boys and girls, it's Miss Joy, and it's almost time for Easter, so I thought it'd be a great idea to read a story about Easter. The story I'd like to share with you today is Pete the Cat, Big Easter Adventure. Pete the Cat, Big Easter Adventure. Pete the Cat, Big Easter Adventure by Kimberly and James Dean. Pete was excited. Easter was here. He couldn't wait for his basket of goodies. Jelly beans were his favorite. Uh-oh, his basket was empty except for a note. Pete, please help. Find the eggs. Paint the eggs. Hide the eggs. Thanks, the Easter Bunny. P.S. Wear these. Pete put on the bunny ears and thought, a cat with ears like a bunny? Now that's funny. Happy Easter, chickens! Do you have any eggs today? Pete asked. I am helping the Easter Bunny. Sure, Pete. We have lots of eggs, the chickens said. We are happy to help, but don't you need a bunny nose and fluffy bunny tail? The chickens were right. A bunny nose and tail would be neat. Then Pete's costume would be complete. Pete put on the nose and tail like a bunny's, a cat dressed up like a bunny. Now that's funny. Now Pete was ready. It was getting late until he still had a lot of eggs to decorate. What colors would Pete use? Hop, 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 off to the tool shed for paint and brushes. Pete couldn't wait to paint the eggs. Some eggs had one color, some eggs had two. Some eggs were red and some eggs were blue. The egg painting was done. Pete had a basket full of bright, colorful, amazing eggs. Now hiding them would be lots of fun. But where, oh where, would Pete hide the eggs? Around the neighborhood for all his friends to find. Pete hid eggs in flower pots. He hid them in the water spout. And when he was done hiding the eggs, Pete the cat was all worn out. Helping others out is what Easter is all about, Pete said. Pete's job was done. He was hiding the last one when the Easter Bunny arrived. Pete, you were a big help, said the Easter Bunny. The Easter Bunny gave Pete an award for a job well done. Number 1 helper, it says. Helping others can be lots of fun. Happy Easter, everybody. The end. Miss Joy has some Easter pictures that you can color and that you can also measure. I have a rabbit, a chick, a little egg, a bunny, and a big egg. Here is the recording sheet where you will record your information after measuring. You don't have to do all the pictures in one day. You can do 1 or 2 a day. Let's look at the rabbit first. And I put paper clips on here as our unit of measure because I figured most people have paper clips at their home. So if we look here above the paper clip, we're going to write the word unit. That's what we're using to measure with. So we're going to use a paper clip. We'll go over here to our bunny and we're going to do an estimate first. So I'm going to put one paper clip on the bunny, and then over here under the word estimate I'm going to write how many paper clips do I think it will take to get to the top of the bunny. Do you think it's going to be 2 or more than 2? Looks like it might be more than 2. Maybe I'm going to write, I'm guessing it's going to take 3. So I'm going to come over here and under the word estimate, I'm going to write the number 3. Then I'm going to go over here, and if I have enough paper clips, I will stack them on each other to see how many paper clips tall is my bunny. I have 1, 2, 3. So if I come and place my third paper clip down, I can see that it's not the whole paper clip bigger. So I have 1, 2, 3 full paper clips and a part of another one. If I draw a line right here, put my paper clip back over it, I can see that I kind of cut that paper clip into 2 equal pieces. There's 2 pieces, and I drew a line to cut it into 2 pieces, but I'm only using one of those pieces to make it to the end of my bunny, so I'm going to write that one of the 2 pieces I used, and that's a fraction, and it's called 1/2, one of the 2 equal pieces. So my bunny is actually 1, 2, 3, and 1/2 of another paper clip. So I will write over here, it is 3 and 1/2 paper clips long. If you don't want to worry about the fraction, the part of another paper clip, just do it to the closest whole paper clip. Now maybe I want to use a different unit of measure. Maybe I want to use one of my Legos. So I will write the word Lego in this box. And if I want to, I can even draw a picture of that Lego. This one has 8 little circles on it. That's going to be the unit of measure that I'm using. So I will come over here and put 1 Lego down to help me make my estimate. It's going to be more than 2, so let me come over here and write my estimate. I think maybe it'll take 4 of them. So I'm going to write my estimate here, 4, and then I will come over here and put my other Legos to see how many Legos is it going to take. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it took 5 Legos. So let me go back over here and write how many did it really take. The actual measurement was 5, so I was pretty close. So you could continue on this recording sheet with other things that you want to use to measure. Maybe you could use a crayon. They all have to be the same size. If they're new, they all have to be new. Use whatever else you have hanging around your house. Blank recording sheet. So if you want to just find something cool that's in your house that you want to measure, that is okay. So you would put the object across the top and then your unit of measure down the side. Let's say you had a Buzz Lightyear that you wanted to measure. You'd come to your recording sheet and the object you would write is Buzz. And maybe I'm going to use a crayon to measure Buzz with. So I'm going to write crayon. So I'm going to take my crayons and I'm going to put my one crayon at the bottom, and then I'm going to write my estimate of how many crayons do I think it will take to get to the top of Buzz Lightyear. Wow, he's pretty big. I'm going to guess maybe 7. So I will come over here and then write my estimate right here, 7. And then I'll go back over to Buzz Lightyear. And I will start stacking my crayons from end to end to see how many crayons will it take. I'm not quite to the top yet to get to the top of Buzz Lightyear. I think I need one more crayon to make it to the top, and that's about exactly how big Buzz is. Let's see, how many was he really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He was only 6, so I'm going to go write that on my recording sheet. So I'm back to my recording sheet, and I will write the number 6. So my estimate was really close. I was only 1 away. So then you can find other cool things in your house that you want to measure, and whatever you want to use for your unit of measure, write it over here and then measure away. Some suggestions are, maybe I want to measure an Easter basket. Maybe I want to measure one of my toy trucks. I could use pieces of chalk to be my unit of measure. Maybe I could just use a cookie cutter. Then I would have to mark where it stops and then put it on the top to measure. So be creative and find all kinds of cool things to use for your units of measure and things that you want to measure around your house.